What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back with another Marvel discussion video. Well, technically Marvel discussion video and technically Marvel breaking news video. So if you guys don't know, this just popped up on Deadline. I don't know if you guys know, this just popped up. On Deadline's reporting that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is getting a sequel and it's getting a release date. And I will read the article and I'll link it in the description box down below, and then I'll give you my thoughts about it, stuff like that. Sony said that on Friday that the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse will hit April 2022. That is crazy, man. That is like, wow, that is crazy. The studio also said that another Sony Pictures animation project, the musical Venture Tale, some other one I don't even know about. The original, and they just talk about it's just coming out. I'm trying to see. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are back to produce the film, and they're the original animators who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. They're coming back to do a sequel, and this is what Chris Miller posted on his Twitter. I'll show it to you guys. Yeah, they said we're coming back April 2022. That's a long time. I ain't gonna lie, that is a very long time. And blah 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 blah. Again, I want to talk about it. Again, I think it's cool. I think it's dope that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is getting a sequel. Because here's the thing, I kind of was like, I know the movie was received very well when people liked it, comic book fans and stuff like that. And a lot of people, like the general public, a lot of people liked it. But what I saw on Box Office Mojo and all these box office websites, it didn't do that well financially. Like, it won Oscars and it was really great received by critics and people and stuff like that. And it won an Oscar. Yeah, I think it won Oscar for best animation, I think, this year or whatever. I think it did. I'm not sure. You guys can check me on it. But I know that the movie didn't do that well financially, but I guess it made enough to get a sequel, so I guess they're just like, okay, we're going to greenlight a sequel. And it's crazy how they're going to just put this movie on April 2022. They're putting it a month before Black Panther 2, so it's like back-to-back, quote-unquote, African-American movies, I guess, quote-unquote, competing, I guess. Sony and Disney, even though they're partners, they're still competition at the end of the day. So they still want their stuff to do well, to do as successful as the MCU. Here's the thing, right? I thought the movie was good. I thought Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I really liked the movie. I give it a 9 out of 10, because, again, I'm looking as a comic book fan, it was really good. The only problem I had with Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse is that I'd rather have a live-action Afro-Latino Spider-Man. That's, like, my main issue, because if a movie like Venom, which is, let's be honest, Venom's not a terrible movie, but it's very mediocre. If Tom Hardy, Venom, is able to get a live-action movie before Afro-Latino Spider-Man can, but he has to get a cartoon, but Venom gets a live-action movie, I think that's a bunch of BS in my personal opinion. Honestly, I give kind of Sony the middle finger a little bit, because it's like, bro, you guys are too scared to take diversity representation to a worldwide mainstream audience. And I think they're doing it because I feel like they're scared of China and stuff like that, because in international markets, stuff like that, where it's like, okay, we could do a Miles Morales Afro-Latino Spider-Man into a cartoon. It's a safer route, and you don't have to worry about the risk of losing money and the fear and stuff like that. They're scared to have an Afro-Latino leading in a live-action movie instead of putting him in a cartoon instead of putting him in live action. That's like my main issue with the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's a very safe area. It's like the movie Coco. Like, it's easy to do diversity representation in a cartoon because a cartoon is like, it's not being taken seriously. You can have all the diversity representation all you want, but if it's not taken seriously, it's not taken seriously. I'd rather have a live action Afro-Latino Spider-Man be put live action, the same market money that they do for Peter Parker. Like, how many times have we seen live action Spider-Man? How many times have we seen Spider-Man? How many times have we seen Peter Parker live action? We've seen Toby, we see Andrew, we've seen Tom Holland, but we have not given that Afro-Latino Spider-Man a live action Spider-Man movie, in my personal opinion. That's my only main issue with the movie. And again, I really wish that the fan base really calls Sony out on that type of BS, because if Disney's able to do Live action, able to do Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi. Black Panther, the first black superhero to make $1 billion. Captain Marvel, the first white feminist superhero to hit $1 billion. Shang-Chi is probably going to be the first Asian movie to hit $1 billion in my personal opinion, unless Mulan does really well and stuff like that. But again, that's like my only main issue I had with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Besides that, it's a great movie. I know I kind of got off a little topic, but again, I really wanted to address that at least in the video. I was going to do it in a separate video, but I want to address it as soon as possible, and I'm doing it right now. That's really it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited for Spider-Man and Spider-Verse, the sequel? Let me know in the comment section below. Rate and like the video, subscribe. Peace and have a great day, and take care.